Do 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 do. Well, this has been a journey. All right, I'm assuming this is probably about as good it gonna get. Do 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 do. Oh well. Yeah, a bit better. Bit better. You know, not as amazing as I would like, but you know, we live with what we have. You know, maybe if I turn up the brightness a little bit. Oh, well, first of all, fucking. Oh, that is full spectrum. All right. I'm like, is it a matter of lighting? I don't know. I don't know, man. So how are you doing, how you doing, John? Frames are holding. Stay on target. Stay on target. A little tired from the last few days. Do you want to come on and talk, chat about it? Hey, Kira. We are back. We are back, and we are back permanently this time. Electric Gooderloo. Ooh, nice one. Nice one. Yeah, maybe I'll figure this out, baby. Formal phone integrity crash report. View. Yeah, maybe it's just a limitation of YouTube. Shorts. I don't need no shorts. I didn't ask for that. I got infinite girls doing homework. That can't be the only thing right now that is live on YouTube. Bastards. Bastards and things. Oh, I see. John responded on the Discord. Okay. I was like, when's he gonna get around to this? You know. Oh, god damn it. They changed Zoom again. Fuck. What the shit? Connect to mail and calendar. No, I don't. What? No, I want to make a meeting. There we go. Jesus. Do you mind? Stop changing everything, you bastards. You know, I don't need that shit. Nobody needs that shit. Copy the invite link. Bam. All right. All I want to do is boom. Yeah. Yeah, just let me chat, you bastards. You bastards. All right, let's get something copyright free happening to entertain the people while we do this. There we go. All right, I'm going to refill my coffee real quick. Be back.
Well, howdy, Jack.
Hey, how you doing, John?
Oh my God, you were loud. Sorry.
Oh, well,
It's okay. It was on my end. I had my shut all the way turned up to 100. That was all on me.
I'm sorry I'm yelling, you know?
Thank you. Oh, fuck. What was that character? SNL. I'm being a nerd right now. It's not Harry Carey. It was the one that Mike Myers did. He was like an old guy that had like a debate show on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being blah blah blah, 10 being terrible. I'm trying to fucking remember it. I can't. My brain's mush.
Are you talking about like when they would make fun of like the McLaughlin group?
I think so. Someone
wrong. You know?
That one.
Yeah, that'd be McLaughlin. Yeah. Now, do you want, is it possible that the government could be overreaching? The next man on the moon will be Chinese at this rate. So they think that balancing the budget will work. Wrong. Yeah.
Tonto, what do you think of fire? Fire
bad,
Fire
Indeed it is bad. It's wrong.
But yeah, that's basically how that came in. How are you doing, bud?
Oh, weird. So been doing like the live plays over on Weave the Tale, and the game seems to be going. Things seem to be going pretty good, but like I can't help but feel like there's a certain amount of thunder I'm not bringing.
That's just your own self-confidence. Fuck with you, man. You're doing all right.
No, I know I'm doing all right, but I want to be doing better.
You're doing perfectly. Like, you're doing a wonderful job. If you could add more, sure, why not? But don't beat yourself up if it's not matching what you think in your head should be done.
Yeah. I'm just sort of like, a new follower, thank you. I don't know why all of my alerts have changed, because I didn't change them.
It might be because you're streaming on YouTube. So
could be. Yeah, maybe something happened over there.
Metaphorical thunder or literal thunder? I don't know.
Metaphorical thunder for the most part,
What about literal thunder though? Like, what if you just like?
Well, I thought about it, but like they're in LA.
Well, okay, so you're like, motherfucker, you became a Satanist. What? Just for the fucking fashion?
Maybe. Maybe. Could be. I did some. But I was actually talking earlier about fucking I just can't get over conservative TikTok. I can't get over it because I can't avoid it. One, they keep putting it in front of me.
Well, they think like because of your age that this is what you might be interested in.
Oh, son of a bitch. I should have like lied and told them I was in my 20s. Probably be having a better time.
Here's what we do. We just like, you're just going to sit on TikTok. You have ADD. This will not be too much of a fucking test.
Yeah.
You're just going to sit on TikTok and you're going to be like a rat in a fucking experiment.
Okay.
You're going to see a video and you're going to go watch it and skip. And you're going to see a conservative video, and then you're just going to swipe up. And then you're going to see like another video, probably someone with big breasts. You're going to like that.
You're going to like that big titties. It's like, I found a new one. Like, I got to tell you, like, I was trying to figure out where they were hiding this shit. Well, because, like, if you look up big boobs on TikTok, they give you, like, girls talking about breast reductions. And I'm like, look, that's all great and everything, but that is definitely not the content I'm interested in. So what the fuck is this? Now it turns out
you see they're like some fucking like a Facebook boomer, like big boobs.
Big
where the fuck are they?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? Internet used to just show me shit. It used to be like, yo, internet, do it. and then
Yeah,
it would work.
like
Like
Stacey said, you gotta train the algorithm. Every time you see something, you're like, I don't even fucking care about this. Just this fucking swipe up.
Yeah. Just motherfucker. I gotta tell you, like, that is annoying.
I know you. You're like me. You'll stick around for a hate watch just so you can like trigger the angry button in your brain.
Maybe.
It's okay.
Maybe.
It's nice to admit when you have a problem.
I don't have a problem. I can stop anytime. You're on it right now.
Yeah, me too, bud.
Yeah.
But yeah, like that's the way you train your TikTok, because you just like sit down. It's like one of those like legs going numb shits that you take, because I know you take them.
Oh yeah.
So you just sit there and you fucking train your algorithm, and then it's like literally the best social media because you literally see nothing else. I haven't seen like any conservative things. I've just seen queer leftist RPG and like sex worker stuff. Just constantly.
that sounds like a dream. You know, I gotta do this because one of the problems I have is like I'll swipe and then I'll accidentally like hit that live button. And it's like, no, get me out of here.
You panic.
Yeah. No, get me out of here now. You know, I can't take this shit anymore. You know, like, dude, I'll listen to someone mention Benghazi again. And I'm like, okay, give it up.
Okay, look, you fucking losers. We have. I don't like Hillary Clinton. I think she's a fucking war hawk and a terrible human being. Okay, I don't like Hillary Clinton, but you spent almost 8 years, combing through this and found nothing.
Nothing. The worst thing you could say about Hillary Clinton is that she voted the same way as a bunch of Republicans on the issue.
And she did some other like war hawkish shit when she was like Secretary of Defense, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. But like, what I'm getting at is, look, you got something specific, bring it. But you've had like fucking 11 years at this point. You got nothing.
Yeah. That's
all you've got is Hillary Clinton's a bitch. Well, I knew that.
We all know that.
We all knew that, you know,
that's the
like
reason why a lot of us stayed at home.
Not a very inspiring candidate, you know. I mean,
Joe Biden was more inspiring.
I know. Well, the thing is, a lot of people underestimate Joe Biden. I'm not saying the man's not perfect. Don't get me wrong.
He's one hell of a politician,
but he is. Yeah. He is a hell of a politician, and at least he is doing the one thing that I said like a Democratic president has had to fucking do for ever since Bill Clinton.
Call him on their bullshit.
Not just call him on, cowboy it.
Yeah.
Cowboy it a little bit and just be like,
Hey, you know this budget that you
fuck
came
off,
to me with?
you know? Like,
hey, you know this budget you came to me with that cuts veteran benefits? Yeah, y'all need to take down those fucking yellow ribbons if that's what you're gonna do.
Remember, exactly. Yeah. It's like, no. We ain't gonna do this. This is what you doing. We ain't gonna we ain't playing this game. And
look, I'm a lefty. So let me just say this. I don't like Joe Biden in a lot of ways. There's some shit he has surprised me on.
I know, right? Like I wasn't expecting anything. I was like, all right, nothing is going to change. And I'm like, oh, he's actually done some stuff. He hasn't done everything. There's some things that I'm like, yo, Joe, might want to fucking, want to fucking do something about this.
I think Dark Brandon needs to finally finish the lich that is Diane Feinstein.
Oh, dude, need to find that fucking phylactery or that fucking that Horcrux and just destroy it. Like, holy bitch, shit. Gotta go.
Did you see what she looked like? They said,
she looks like the Crypt Keeper now.
They said that she had shingles. I'm like, shingles don't make half your face fucking droop.
Yeah, I know.
Had a stroke. And you're too scared to say that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case.
It's 100% the case, man. She can't even remember that she thought she was at the Capitol. Don't laugh too hard. I laughed too. I had a grandfather that had dementia. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah, I look. I gotta take my enjoyment where I can get it sometimes, man. You know. Oh, although speaking of which, saw that Super Mario Brothers movie. It's pretty good.
For me, like, it's my own damn fault. But I'm so like. So,
what do you mean it's your damn fault?
I can't. I'm so fucking jaded now.
Dude, if you're too jaded to enjoy the new Super Mario Brothers movie, yeah, it's gone too far. You gotta learn to love again. Yeah.
I love that D&D movie.
Oh, me too. I love the D&D movie.
It's perfect. If you have ever played D&D, now that it's at home to rent, do it. You're gonna fucking love it.
Oh yeah. If you like D&D, that movie's for you. A lot of people were like, "Well, that movie failed," and I found out why it failed. It wasn't because enough people didn't see it. It's because it had a production budget of almost 200 million. And I'm like,
when you watch that movie, you see every fucking.
Oh yeah. It's the money's on the screen, but you find yourself going, you probably could have cut a couple of corners.
Not on Jonathan though. No.
Oh no. You gotta know when to stand tall. But there were some times when I was like, wait, you built a town?
Yeah. You
probably could have Witchered it or Mandalorian it.
Shut up. We have $200 million.
Yeah. The only reason the movie failed was because it cost so much to make. And I'm like,
no, the only reason why it failed, it released like I think like the same week some other big
Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, it was either but what I'm saying is like they released it at the same time as another big film. And not only that, but like almost like a week before that is when the OGL shit came out. So you're like core audience.
No, it was about a month.
Okay, so like a month before this.
Yeah, but I don't think that affected things the way.
I think it affected a little bit.
Well, let me put it this way: it made about as much money as like an average Marvel movie.
Right.
That's how much it took in.
And here's the other thing, and this is the reason why I hate the Hollywood industry so much, but they didn't factor in like the home market. They just saw it tanked at the box office. And then they're like, well, we're just going to send it to home market because, it's terrible. Nobody wants to watch it. And then they didn't think about the fact that people are going to rent that movie with their fucking D&D group and whatnot.
Well, yeah.
Because I could pay $20 to watch this movie in the comfort of my own home, smoke as much weed as I want. And nobody will say anything.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, no. This thing is going to be worth way more. Yeah. Like, the thing is that it has made its money back, but just barely.
Like Philosopher said, it cost $150 million, made $205.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't a huge success. But like it didn't make like the profit wasn't like Quantumania or fucking Guardians of the Galaxy 3 numbers.
Cool. D&D. Understand where you're sitting.
Exactly. But if you're still making like 200 million on Dungeons and Dragons movie,
and like it's just box office,
that's really good. Yeah. This is gonna be like this movie's gonna find itself in a Pacific Rim situation, where it's gonna be in the box situation. Office. A what?
A Willow situation.
Yeah. Where the box office is not where the money's going to get made. The money's going to be made after that.
that when the studios collect all the money,
Yep.
and then and oh, I come bearing good news.
Mm-hmm.
Writers are on strike,
Mm-hmm.
and now the screen actors are on strike.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
SAG is on strike?
Mm-hmm. In solidarity with their labor brethren.
Well, we'll see how. I'm
Hey,
so fucking.
SAG first, directors, producers.
I know. The next step is the DCA, the DGA.
Mm-hmm.
That's the next step, and I'm gonna be honest. That's almost guaranteed to happen.
Yeah.
Because and pretty soon, because who do you think gets paid more, the actors or the director? The actors get paid more.
I was about to say you would think it'd be the actors, but it depends on the director too.
Sometimes it depends on the director, but if we're talking like numbers, as in like union, then most directors are going to strike in solidarity. A lot of them.
Right.
Almost definitely none of the ones who are currently in production on anything right now.
Yeah.
They're going to join in for the most part.
Yeah.
Hey man, that's just the way it is. Like, motherfuckers have got to get paid. And
I think it was Nash that said it best. It's like the reason the difference between this one and like the one that happened in 2008 is like there's a lot more people pissed off. There's a lot more people that are tired of seeing billionaires continue to thrive while we can't pay our fucking rent.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you want me to what? Let me tell you. Hey, by the way, hey Jimmy Jam. Sorry, I didn't mention you earlier. One of the
Oh shit! Electricians and laborers are starting to strike too. Shit.
Oh yeah. It's big. It could hit every level of the industry. Not a bad thing at all.
No.
Because here's your biggest problem, and this is not just the entertainment industry. This is
capitalism in general.
Every industry in America. Yeah. There is nothing more common than a guy that is paid 6 or 7 figures a year and never shows up at the office.
Oh, what? Like, gets paid 6 or 7 figures a year, doesn't understand how to use the POS system at his Walmart.
Oh, no. Fuck that. I mean, don't show up at the office, period.
Which, like, you don't have to show up at the office to do office work, but you do have to show up if you're the boss, and you should be
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. Everyone needs to know how to get a hold of you. And when I say like they don't show up, I don't mean they're teleconferencing in. I mean they just are completely fucking absent. And you're wondering what the fuck they do because they're never there. No one ever hears from them. They are just someone's friend who is cashing a huge ass fucking paycheck for doing literally nothing.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. And in fact, I would even actually go so far as to basically say every company that has a corporate structure has at least 5 of those guys.
Yeah, and they're all terrible.
Oh yeah, they're all useless. But they're all useless. They're completely useless. They add nothing.
People are asking, like, is this like better than one from 2008? Let me put it to you this way: in 2008, the people striking were cast as the bad guys. By the media,
that's not working this time.
Of course not. It's fucking working. We're all broke. We're all like, well, fuck, I can't afford my rent. I'm pretty sure they can't afford their rent.
Yeah, and the main thing that the fucking writers are asking for is like profit sharing.
Yeah.
It's like
3%.
Yeah. We just want a percentage of the revenue that the shows that we work on bring in. Like, why does it all go to the executives? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
The writers don't get it. The actors don't get it. But these motherfuckers do, because why? They don't even own the equipment.
Well, I'm the CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery. Okay, that's why I get the money.
Exactly. It's capitalism at its worst level. You know, and like I said, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, you don't have to be an actor to deal with this bullshit.
Oh, no. You can work in the tech industry and see this every day.
You could be a door greeter at Walmart and have this fucking problem.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd say you probably have it worse than that.
Yeah.
But that being said, like, this time, nobody's buying the fucking, like, oh, well, they're going to cancel your favorite shows. Cool.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, like, okay, I've got other problems.
Do you know how much content you have created that I haven't gotten around to watching? Like, y'all can take
exactly right. I could fucking go, like, I haven't even watched all of Breaking Bad.
Shit.
I could do that. I could watch Breaking Bad, and then I could follow it up with Better Call Saul. I'm good for like at least 3 months.
Right.
You know, that's just those 2 shows. Yeah?
Food is ready if you want it.
Okay. You know, and that's just those 2 shows. Like,
right.
I got a bunch of other shit that I could be watching as well.
Yeah. I don't know how to fucking... I don't know how to fucking say this in any other way, but like... The difference between like where we were like 15 years ago versus now is like it's so diametric. It's weird. Like,
yeah, it's crazy because like how to put it, man? Oh, got worse.
Yeah,
everything got worse.
Infinitely worse. like 2008 sucked.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. That was bad times. And it also made total sense. The 2000, was it 2015 or the last big Hollywood strike?
The last big one was like 2008, I do believe.
Yeah,
I think 2015, like there was like a small one, but it got resolved quickly.
Yeah, but like, yeah, this one's all eyes are on them.
Yeah,
and the thing is I don't know how to say it. Nobody, even actors and show business people, will pay to go to work.
Nope.
Once that cash flow goes in the opposite direction, forget it. Like, because that was the thing with me. That's why I like dipped out of that's why I dabbed out of fucking QA testing, because it was like
somebody cared.
Well, it basically came down to this, which is like I had just come off of, I was like, oh hey, senior tester, $15 an hour, good job, I had a good job, all right, time to go find the next one. I figure, hey, thank you Flashman for the $5 donation. Flashman is a prince among men.
He said, friendly reminder, no one cares if you steal from Walmart.
I don't care if you steal from Walmart. I don't give a shit. But fucking, so I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm kind of like, I seem to be going up. My career seems to go in the right direction. Next job, they're like, well, I think you're paying you $7 an hour.
Deuces.
Wait, excuse me? $7 an hour with the price of gas. Half of my income from you just goes to fuel cost.
And I can't do this. At this time, you can't do this job from home.
Yeah. If I can't do this job from home and I have to drive in, well, maybe you could take a cheaper way. Excuse me? I own a motherfucking car. You know, I own a motherfucking car, and you are well within commute distance. It ain't great because it's still like 45 minutes.
Man, California's fucking car sick.
Oh, dude, like it was bad.
If ever a state needed like good public transportation and doesn't have it, it's y'all.
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. And absolutely. Like San Francisco's
LA.
not too bad, but everywhere else is. LA's pretty bad. LA's really bad. Like it has a public transportation system. It has a subway system. It does go places, but
where you want to go.
Well, it ain't like that MARTA in fucking Atlanta. Subway to nowhere.
Fuck, DC Metro's good now.
No, DC Metro's pretty good. Yeah.
But DC is just a city that makes sense. I don't know how else to put it.
It's a weird town. It's an odd town.
Because everything's like,
yeah, LA has gotten better with its public transportation, but I still wouldn't say it's as good as San Francisco even.
San Francisco, fucking, especially New York, DC.
New York's fucking public transportation pretty good. I mean, granted, you're sitting next to like fucking, you know, some people that probably shouldn't be on public transportation, but like, hey, it gets there.
Jack, honey, you live in San Francisco. You don't get to make those jokes anymore.
Oh, dude, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? No. New York is way worse off in that regard. It's way worse off. You know,
those bums are worse, but you have more plentiful bums.
Not really, actually. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I wouldn't even say that, like, the homeless density that we have right now, which is bad, by the way, but I wouldn't say that it was even as bad as Washington, D.C. Like, it never has been, and it still isn't.
I didn't go to the grimier parts of D.C. just because, like,
yeah,
didn't go.
I mean, it's hard to compare anything to New York because that is so dense.
Well, that's
that
New York, man.
Shit's just gonna happen, you know? Like, hey, obviously it's honest, Ant. But like, yeah. I don't worry. Like, homeless people don't bother me at all. I mean, until they shit in front of my door, then it's a problem.
Well, it's a Carl situation, you know.
It's a what?
It's a Carl situation.
Yeah. But once you're taking a dump on my lawn, where I can see it, it becomes my business. You know, well, yeah, because like, basically what I'm getting at is the only ones I'm really worried about are the ones that I'm like, yeah, you should be put away.
Well, yeah, but like, I don't.
You know, like the woman who screams for 4 hours in front of my building, screaming a conversation that I cannot follow. And no one's interrupting her, not even like in her head, because she just keeps going on, but the topic keeps shifting. And she's just sort of like she will scream at people that don't exist. I mean, like, she's the only one on the street and is telling people to like, you shut the fuck up. You suck my cock, you motherfucker. It's like, bitch, you're the only one here.
Yeah, Jack, but we've both been high.
Oh, no. Oh, come on.
You haven't
into
the streets naked, obscenities that the aliens you're conversating with.
Not every week.
That seems tiring.
Not every week, dude. It's not like this is just part of this woman's like routine.
Maybe it's part of her routine then, Jack. Maybe she's got like 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. yelling sessions.
That's screaming time.
Yeah.
You know, well, like I said, wouldn't be as much of a problem if she didn't threaten people and then sleep in front of their doors. And I don't mean near the door. I mean, she is a doorstop in front of the motherfucking thing. She and her stuff. And you're just sort of like, I need to be able to open the front door. Do you mind? You are literally stopping me from leaving and entering a building. I cannot walk around you. You have made that impossible. Like, that bugs me.
Right. But here's, I don't know where this conversation's going, but present topics. But, like, the difference is you don't immediately want to kill or hurt this person.
Well, no.
You're not going to act on it.
No. There are some times that I'm mad at them, but I'm not trying to, like, kill them or get them dead.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's not...
I want them to get help.
Yeah, I want them to get help. And I would like the city to assist with that, because it is not something that I can deal with by myself.
That's some commie talk right there.
But yeah, it's commie talk. I don't give a shit at this point. It's just like, just not do this. No. We can't do this. We have to give more money to rich motherfuckers that don't show up to their jobs. That's who gets the money. Fuck that.
And then, like, people are shocked when we're like, oh my God, I said this shit to, like, my parents, like, and it blew their mind. For some reason, we were talking about, like, Elon Musk or some shit like that.
Oh,
and I basically said, like, the fact that the government gives that motherfucker money to be an idiot blows my mind. Like, they're like, well, he's a billionaire. I was like, you could have complete and total wealth and still be a fucking moron. Trust me, I think it's a condition of the... I think it's what you have to
I think it's a requirement sometimes. You know, like, no. I don't know how to say it other than billionaires are not more intelligent than you are.
And they sure as shit don't work harder than you.
No, they don't. Not like, they don't work like 1 billion times harder than you.
Right.
You know, they just don't.
They don't work any harder than the motherfucker that changes my oil at the mechanic's place.
No, they don't work. They don't work harder than they don't work harder than the immigrant labor that everyone hires to do roofing.
Not even a little.
Not even a little. You know, like it's not even close. If you actually witnessed how much these guys actually worked, you would be disgusted.
I would be handing out citizenships to every fucking one of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, to every immigrant laborer, you just be like, you're a citizen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. Why does this motherfucker get to tell us how to live just because he's got billions of dollars? Fuck him. You know, he can be happy with his billions of dollars. You know, and this is the thing. They've actually reached such a point where, like, the money kind of doesn't matter to them anymore, and they still find ways of wiggling out of their agreements.
Well, that's because that's all they got. Once you've made $1 billion, once you've made it onto that list, once you've made, like, so much money you can't possibly spend it, your only hobby is to continue making money.
Yep.
That's what they do.
Yep.
Like, they have no other hobbies. They have no other, like, things that they do. They just make money by existing. It's...
Yeah, why don't you get back to work and keep making me money? I got a better idea. How about I
don't
not? I could not do that.
I bet you pay me some of the extra money you've got left over that you aren't using.
Yeah. You know, like, all I know is that motherfucker, my lunch break is sometimes worth more than the money you will be paid to be at a job for a whole day.
Yeah.
You know, holy crap. Everyone, you know, like they're used to, you know, that idea of like, well, you can't keep people so poor that they can't buy the product that they work on.
Well,
Motherfucker,
sure
you got
fucking
people,
try.
motherfucker, you got people like who are working so hard, working an entire day and are barely making the cost of lunch.
Yeah.
You know, like this is going insane. And in the middle of this, Florida decides, yeah, we're just going to make brown immigrants extra illegal.
And then, like,
And immediately plunged
there.
itself into an economic crisis.
It's why fascism doesn't work, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't beat someone over the head with a club in order to make them do what you want. You just kill them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those like, look, I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm sorry the country just don't support slavery like we used to do.
Oh, we do. We just use prison.
Oh,
now.
not to the same degree and not in the same way. You know.
Again, prison labor. Look into it. Slavery didn't end.
Oh no. Even what I'm saying is even with prison labor. Even with prison labor, that was an improvement. Not very encouraging when you say it that way, but it is. Like, American slavery is so much worse than you realize until you start looking into it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're like, oh my, wait, we did what?
Chattel slavery just in general is terrible. Like, and that's what we practice.
Child slavery.
No, chattel.
Oh, chattel slavery. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, child slavery is the least of it. And that's already unacceptable.
Purposely splitting families. Like, it's...
Yeah, child slavery is really, really, really bad. We invented that, you know?
We helped inspire Hitler. Look it up. I'm not shitting
you. Yeah. No shit. It's like, oh, man, look at the way they treat black people. That's what we should do to the Jews.
That and the Trail of Tears. He said Andrew Jackson's his greatest American hero.
Oh,
right. That hurts.
You know,
but it's okay because like we're seeing the immediate effects of embracing fascism. Thank you, Florida, for teaching us that lesson.
Yeah. We'll see if it takes. You know,
what does Florida have? Florida has agriculture and Disney.
May not have Disney for much longer.
If they keep fucking around, they won't have agriculture for very much longer.
Oh, yeah, that's already going badly. But the thing about the Disney situation is here's where Florida super fucked itself because they went the whole route of trying to pull back Disney's like control of its own area.
Good luck, fucker.
They don't have people to fucking run those resorts. They're just gone.
It's beyond that. Like, you're not gonna beat Disney in a court case. I don't know how. Like, it's terrible. I wish both of them would just like Disney and Ron DeSantis would just like after this like court case just dissolve. I wish that would be the case. I don't think it's gonna be the case, but
yeah,
one thing you don't do, and anybody that's been in any type of media has any media literacy knows this. You don't fuck with the mouse.
Yeah. I don't know what it's going to do against the whole state of Florida, but it's not going to go well.
A good chunk of like people that live in like Orlando, the only job they have, the only job that pays well is Disney or Universal. I don't know if Universal will pull out, but Disney sure as shit will. And Disney
Disney will pull up. Well, I don't know if it'll pull up the stakes at Disney World, but it could always just close it.
Yeah, that's what they'll do. They'll close it.
Yeah, they'll close Disney World, you know?
Yeah. They'll close Disney World, move all the rides to like some other state.
Yeah. And they'll just focus on Disneyland for a bit while they figure out what to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Or just like think about where they're going to put Disney World, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that I don't think they understand. Like this is the shit. Like this is the find out part of the equation.
Yeah, you done fucked around. Now it's time to find out. Yeah,
like they thought like they could just like fucking John Wayne this shit and just fucking big dick it and fucking walk in.
No,
like,
no, you can't big dick this.
We don't want our undocumented labor. If you're still here, we will arrest you. Message received, sir. Boom,
Yeah,
out.
It will take a long time. The main reason they might not just pull up stakes is because Disney World is so big, it might actually work in their benefit to just wait.
Right.
You know, that's why I'm like, no. What will happen at its worst with Disney World, what will happen is that it will just close down. It will close down and Disney will sit on it. And all of Orlando will just disintegrate.
And let me tell you, not much that are disintegrate. I think I've seen places in Ukraine that had more development post invasion.
I helped create a cyberpunk setting, and one of my stipulations was I get to nuke Disney World. I get to nuke Disney World. That's what we did. You know, I was like, I want to, and my writing partner at the time was like, only if Boca Raton goes with it.
Okay.
I'm like, deal. And now, behold, I am on the eve of destruction of Disney World. And I'm like, huh. I guess that was the most outlandish thing that I thought I wrote, which was something destroying Disney World.
Okay, so for me, I'm having like this weird, oh God, it's been like the last couple of years. It's been having this weird like sensation, like we just dipped into the cyberpunk world and nobody noticed it. Like,
oh yeah, no, we totally have. The main problems that we're having with the cyberpunk reality is that the punk hasn't entirely returned yet.
Oh, it's getting there.
It's getting there. It's happening. But like, I'm like, no. The best parts of cyberpunk is when it's just like, hey man, let's get drunk, do drugs, and like fuck, you know, on the street, cyborg, whatever, you know.
Look, we're gonna do speed, and then we're gonna go rob this bank.
Yeah, yeah. Like we're not that far from that.
Why are we dressed like people from Star Trek?
Oh fuck that! No, fuck that! Like no, Blade Runner it. Like come on. I already have the fucking umbrella. I got that neon umbrella, baby. Like I'm just
as
waiting.
You should.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like we're like this close to having poser gangs. Like it's
oh
cool.
dude, our poser gangs are gonna be so weird. They're gonna be so weird. Like we're gonna have like, all right, I'm gonna tell you the first poser gang that's gonna fucking happen.
The doctors.
No.
Okay.
No. The Trumpers. People who deliberately make themselves look like Donald Trump.
Like they had like orange spray tan on the top of their head.
Yeah. And that fucking shitty ass fucking insane comb over that he's got.
Oh my God.
It's gonna happen. It will happen. I'm telling you. And you're gonna be like, yeah, I should have seen this coming, actually.
oh,
Because that's the next
no,
step, baby.
no. People like me and you are just going to sit back and go, fuck. What are you so freaked out about? Oh, we're just in a really bad timeline. It's okay.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm gonna tell you the first one that does it. The first one that does it goes full fucking Trump poser is gonna be a conservative black guy. And you're gonna be like, what?
Not only that, no, wait, no. Let's take it a step further. You remember Disco Elysium? Great game.
Yes, I do.
The black supremacist talking about the ham
Measurehead.
race.
Yeah, Measurehead and the superiority of the black race. Yeah, no, that was.
He's gonna be dressed like Trump, talking about the superiority of the black race.
He's gonna be no, it won't even be the black race. He will deny slavery. He will look like Trump, and he will deny fucking and in his and he will declare Stormy Daniels the whore of Babylon. I guarantee it. Kanye.
No.
You know,
Kanye.
I don't know if it's gonna be Kanye, but that right there, the fact that you had a name picked out already as a possibility and it's that strong proves that I'm gonna be right.
Listen, Adolf Hitler is not going to be the next. is not going to Adolf Hitler is not going to be the leader of the Trumpers. God damn, no, oh God, that's what's going to happen with these people that like don't leave.
Yeah, no. I think Kanye's more likely to like fucking try to turn himself into Hitler. You know, like he'll get the mustache and he'll do as close to the haircut as he can get.
No. Remember, he watched 21 Jump Street, so he doesn't hate Jews anymore. Yeah. Apparently he said Jonah Hill convinced him that Jewish people are A-okay. Just in case you were wondering if we were dealing like with a real person.
I think there's a glitch in the Matrix.
No, this is just what living in the same timeline. We're living the same timeline as we're living in fictional times, Jack.
Yeah, we are totally living in fictional times. Like we've already got Barbie posers, okay? We've already got that. Now all we need is for them to basically become a gang. Like, I mean, 5 of them walking down the street at once, all living together in a cult, and just
at Mar-a-Lago, but
just anywhere.
No, it says Mar-a-Lago, but it's just a fucking rundown tenement building.
Well, see, that's the Trumpers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We're already like halfway there to like the Barbie poser gang.
Ooh,
you know, but what I'm saying is when we get the Trump poser gang, that's when that shit's really gonna kick off.
You need to steal that for Babylon.
Oh, dude. I wish I could take credit for the Barbie cult.
Not the Barbie cult, the Trumpers.
Oh, the Trumpers. Oh man, I already like. You'll see what I'll do.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Read the tale at 5 p.m. Pacific time, right?
5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over on Wheel the Tail over on Twitch every Tuesday.
I watch it.
Yeah, sounds like an Apocalypse World game. It is actually, the game I'm actually running is Babylon, and it But the world we're describing definitely sounds like a powered by the apocalypse fucking game.
Oh, it's definitely the vibes are like things are terrible and also monsters exist.
Yeah, things are bad, monsters exist, and that's actually a good thing. It's actually a good thing. Like it's actually a problem that I had with a lot of monster horror movies. Now this doesn't happen as much anymore. You know, but you got this the staple of, oh my God, I can't lose my humanity and become a monster. But there are a ton of movies where I was like, actually, I think this is a situation where becoming the monster is going to solve all your problems. Like all of them. Like my favorite example being the second Ginger Snaps movie. If she just let herself become a werewolf, she would have been in a much better position.
Yeah, no, for real. Like,
yeah, for real. Like she'd be in a way better place than she is at the fucking end of that movie.
A fucking Nightbreed.
Nightbreed is Nightbreed actually did that.
Yeah,
they were actually like, no, you're a monster. You can't live those guys are those humans are assholes. They're trying to kill you.
And then like people wonder why that movie
resonates with queer people. Oh gee, I wonder. Oh my God, what was written by Clive Barker? Clive Barker's queer, you say? No.
What? No.
What? I mean, he's not into bondage with big black guys in leather.
I mean,
not like he wrote an entire novel around that, you know? Like, come on.
Look. I've seen his straight sex scenes. He has no clue.
Wait, what?
You've seen Clive Barker's straight sex scenes, right? Like the ones where he does it like with a man.
Oh, dude, like, no, he has
no clue.
He has no idea how a man fucks a woman.
None.
No clue whatsoever. I love the man. It's the one thing he can't do. He can't write it. He can't fucking direct it. It always looks wrong. And you're like, whoa, dude. Yeah, well, man. Yeah, you gay. You this test we did is say you real gay.
Can you just let like one of your straight,
the funny thing is
one of your straight, like, cinematographers take over for like just 30 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Another thing you never see at a Clive Barker anything, girl on girl. You never see that either.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
Shit.
it never happens. It never happens.
Again, real gay.
Yeah, dudes will all the sexual tension in a fucking Clive Barker story is always between two men. Always. Yeah. So when people are like, oh, I don't know if like Clive Barker is gay, I am absolutely positive.
I don't know if Clive Barker is gay. Then you
and then he came out
an idiot.
And I didn't notice. Because I was like, wait, didn't that already happen?
I feel like that's just the way it's going to start going. Like people are going to come out of the closet, and as like society keeps progressing, we're just going to go, yeah, whatever. Like, can I get my Big Mac? Get the fuck out of my way. I'm pansexual. We're all pansexual. Shut up and get in the truck.
We're gonna, yeah. It's just gonna get weirder. Which excites
me.
Oh yeah, no, I think it's great. But like, it's why things like like Iowa, Florida, fucking Montana.
It's the reason why they're being so fucking
yeah. Their grip is tightening really, really hard. But I keep going like, dude, the recoil on that is gonna be a bitch.
I think honestly, like, getting a little bit deep here in it, but I think honestly, the fact that there's a lot of people that their families cut them off because of the stupid shit they said for like the Republican Party.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like that sensation is coming home to roost because there's a lot of people that are like, I haven't talked to my kids in 6 years. I don't know what I did. And then they're being told what they did. And they either double down on it, which happens, and I'm
Oh
gonna say
yeah.
happens more often than you think, or they go fuck and then just like start backpedaling.
I don't understand why my daughter doesn't talk to me anymore. Because she threw her out of the house when she was 18 for dating a black guy. But that was like 20 years ago.
Still
Dude,
hurts.
there is not an expiration date on that shit.
Yeah, trauma doesn't just end when you want it to.
Yeah. Well, I got over my problems. No, you didn't.
You passed them down to us.
Yeah, you're, like, hey, I'm not still, like, it's one of those, like, I'm not still obsessed with that one girl from high school. Yes, you are. I watched you yesterday fucking get drunk and cry about it.
While looking at your yearbook.
Well, yeah, while looking at you piece of shit. Stop it. Don't tell me you don't. Don't. Like, that's what pisses me off the most is there is no reason to be brought to that level of denial.
But that's the thing. You have to bring yourself to that level of denial because it's like,
otherwise the enormity of what you did for no damn reason hits you like a ton of bricks. And how to put it, these aren't just mistakes. These aren't just mistakes. These are decisions.
Yeah. Like fucking hard, sincerely, like hard barriers that you put up between you and your children because of what like people on the TV said.
Yeah. And I'm like, and you think that they're supposed to do all the work of forgiving you, which is something that, by the way, you don't need to be there for. They can forgive you all you want, and you don't ever have to know.
Because they've forgiven you so many times.
Yeah. Yeah, at their point, they're just like, well, I love them, but I'm not going to talk to them. Why? Because every time I do, this shit comes up.
Or I love them, but they're never going to fucking change, and I have to, like, move on.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have seen, I've seen again and again what happens when people are not allowed to be who they really are for one reason or another. And the most tragic is when it's all them.
Yeah.
When they do it to themselves. But I'm going to be honest, even though they're the one doing it now, they learned it from someplace.
Well, it's like when because I came out late in life and I knew forever, like I was just in the closet, was afraid to get caught because like I put all the like pressure on me of, like just be like trying to not be a disappointment, not trying to like, look, I'm married, I have a wife, I probably will never get to experience anything like that. I'm just going to pretend that I'm straight and whatnot. And then a pandemic hit and I went, fuck that shit. I'm gonna live my life.
Yeah.
And I'm a much happier person because of it.
It's too much, man.
Yeah.
You can only be expected to deal with so much. You got your shit to deal with. Like,
exactly.
And you can't also deal with the shit of someone who is not gonna deal with it.
Right.
You
can't convince someone. I mean, you can. I won't say you can't. I won't say it's impossible.
Yeah. Well, if they're not willing to do their share of the lifting, there is literally nothing you can do.
Right. like that's the part. The only way that someone's going to change is if they're willing to change.
Yeah.
Some people
I
are not
have
willing to
this,
change.
like, the metaphor I've been using recently is like everyone has a certain amount of guilt and culpability in everything.
Yeah.
And the only way you deal with it is picking it up and carrying it up that mountain.
Mm-hmm.
It's yours. You got to figure out what to do with it. But until then, you have to carry it. And sometimes you run into people who can help you out because they've either already been to the top and are coming back down. And they're like, nah, I figured some shit out, man.
Get rid of this, and this.
Yeah, get rid of this. You don't need to worry about that. Nobody cares. But then there are people that think you should carry their load.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah. And those people, and I'll just say, just straight up, just going to say, those people never even start climbing.
Nope. I mean, like the thing is it's rough because it's like, because I'm helping a couple of my dear friends move up to Michigan because they got to get the fuck out of this state because I live in Tennessee and it ain't exactly great for a gay man and a trans man to fucking live.
No.
So, like,
yeah, and Florida just proved how far they're going to take it if they get the opportunity, and that's already bad.
Well, that they're looking at Florida to see what happens. If it goes the way it's looking like it's gonna go, they might decide, that's gonna suck. Nah, I'm good.
Well, it comes like, how to put it, the immigrant labor is kind of your litmus test, because they just said, you know what, the money ain't worth it, we're out. And they will bail when it gets too bad because why shouldn't they?
Yeah.
It's not like you made them citizens. They're not as emotionally invested in the area because they're not citizens.
Right.
If you had maybe, I don't know, done something about that, maybe the answers would be different, but you didn't.
But that's what I'm saying. If I would I'm afraid they're gonna try to use prison labor for that shit, and then we get to have a really fun discussion.
They'll try. They'll try.
We get to have a really fun discussion about prisoners' rights in America.
Well, the problem is gonna be this. They already work in all those prisoners.
That's what I'm saying. Now it's going to be out on Front Street, and Florida's using it. So now the liberals have to go well, we don't like that, and actually have to stand by those words. Every time one of these crazy sons of bitches do something, liberals will you chill the fuck out? We're trying to make money here, and you fucking our bag.
Oh yeah. They're fucking. But what I'm saying is, in Florida, there is only more work to be done.
Yeah.
There is only more work to be done. They don't have, even with the massive number of people we have incarcerated, it ain't enough to make up the difference by a damn sight. Not even close.
No.
Will they try it? Oh yeah. And then other things will fall apart because the things that those prisoners were working on are going to get ignored.
Yeah.
Yeah. Florida's going to have some fires, and it's going to be interesting. Thank God it's a wet state. But I'm looking at Florida. I'm like, dude, you are a dry spell away from being California on that level.
Without any of the assistance.
Yeah, without any of the assistance. None of it. You are boned. What are they going to do? What are they going to do when the next tornado hits?
or a hurricane.
Hurricane. Yeah. Like
But
all of a sudden, it ain't Puerto Rico's problem no more. It ain't
but
just them.
but but I digress about that
Will
point.
they arrest more? Fuck yeah. They
Of course they
will.
will.
They totally will. But the problem is that's already failing because all the people that they could arrest are simply leaving the state, not coming back. So the next step after that, child labor. Child labor. They will go to child labor.
Mm-hmm. And then that's when America really has to ask itself a question.
Well, at that point, it's Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, at that point, so basically what I am saying is if there's going to be a Third Reich like civilization within America, it's going to be in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Get the fuck
going to be in Florida. If
Get the
nowhere
fuck
else,
out.
it'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
that
the fuck
place is now so extremely politically dangerous.
Like I usually don't tell people like to get out, but if you are currently living in Florida, please, for the love of God, get the fuck out. Sell what you can, carry what you can, and get the fuck out.
Yeah, you might want to take your chance with the Gators.
Not even just with the Gators, fucking move up. Go up on
Oh
the
yeah,
mountain. You feel
just
safe.
yeah. Like, well, I'm like, I actually what I've been saying is like, no, go west, because like one of the problem with going up to points north from Florida is if you're in Florida, you got to get through Georgia, and
Georgia's actually not that bad right now.
Georgia's not that bad right now, but yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I
don't know if they're gonna one bad election and Georgia will fucking turn. That's the problem.
Yeah, right now, anyways.
Yeah, right now, like it could change.
I mean, shit,
it could change.
Shit, Jacksonville flipped a fucking mayor. Like,
true.
So there's a
true.
Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
absolutely true. Yeah.
Get the fuck out, and you don't owe your parents any explanation. You don't owe anybody an explanation for why you gotta leave a shit like a state like that. And matter of fact, I suggest you just tell them the fucking truth instead of trying to butter it up for them. Why the fuck are you leaving your home? Because it ain't my home anymore.
yeah, this ain't my home anymore. I'm out. I'm going.
I can't be told constantly to get the fuck out, and like either indirectly or directly, and not feel like I need to get the fuck out.
Yeah, shooting in the street. Oh man, nah, that ain't the problem. That ain't the problem. The problem is being thrown in prison and constantly threatened by the cops. Politically, that's a much bigger problem. You know, why do you think we're kind of concentrating on gun control now? Because there are a lot worse things we can be concentrating on. That's why this fucking push for gun control has been going on as hard and as long as it has. Because if we don't worry about that, then we're going to start looking at other things, and it's not encouraging. Those things are worse.
Why the media promotes right-wing ideals that seem to infuriate and anger their fan base into committing acts of violence, or at least being so angry that they refuse to watch anything else.
Why are Christian conservatives so fucking in love with Russia?
That shit still blows my mind.
Oh, I can give you an answer. It's not fun.
I know what it is.
Okay.
I know what it is. But it blows my mind because 20 fucking years ago, these assholes would have fucking like creamed their jeans to fucking get a shot at Putin.
I know.
And now they're like, well, hold on, this Putin guy is not that bad. And it's like, what about him changed? What do you like about him?
Yeah. What changed? I can tell you what changed. All that money going into churches and strange candidates. And you think that comes from all of it comes from poor white people? Bullshit.
And
Oligarchs
also,
got cash to spare, dude. Russia itself don't. The Russian people don't. But the money holders do.
yeah.
Why would they do that? Well, look before you. What has happened to their great enemy, the United States? Not as united as it once was, being pulled apart from the inside.
And
That's how
by the
you
way,
do it.
and by the way, I just want to make this also abundantly clear. I'm not reaching over aisles anymore. There's one side of the aisle that wants to like unpeople people. And there's one side of the
They
aisle
want
that's
to
just like
they want to kill people and look. I'll say it this way. I never, as little as I ever thought of the Republican Party pre 2016, I never thought they were traitors.
yeah, no shit, man. Like John
Oh,
McCain.
Alexander Dugin, that fucking piece of shit. I hate that guy.
Yeah, wrong car blew up.
Yeah, no shit, wrong car blew up, motherfucker. And I bet he's just happy as pie about it.
Well, it was his daughter,
Fucking,
so
you think he gives a shit about Alexander
no,
Dugin gives a shit about anyone?
no, because he was definitely propping up her corpse to fucking beat the altar.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That guy's a fucking
Because he's a
piece
Nazi.
of shit. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. He's
A fascist.
a
That's the reason why I'm not reaching over.
pure ethno-fascist.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm not reaching over the fucking aisle anymore. You have went you
Mm-hmm.
went so fucking far. You're literally like you have people in the GOP identifying as fascist, and not one of you have went, well, hold on a second. We can't you can't be in our
Yeah.
party doing that.
I'm gonna say this. One these days,
One of these days.
Alexander Dugin probably ain't going to be killed by a deliberate assassination attempt. He is going to be killed by what we often term an act of God.
Yeah.
He is going to get struck by lightning. A tree is going to fall on him. Something where you're like, what? That's how he died. Like, he's going to get kicked by a mule, kicked by a horse. Something real weird like that. That's what it's gonna be.
Nah, that motherfucker's gonna be caught in a fucking bunker. He's gonna
No, he ain't
it's
gonna be caught in a bunker. He's gonna be killed by some
Dugin.
freak accident.
All right, well, yeah, because he's one of Putin's allies. That's how fascism works. They kill everybody.
True, but I'm talking. He's really gonna get killed by some sort of weird accident.
I mean, Lukashenko is already apparently not doing great, so.
Mm-hmm.
And they ain't never been a bigger simp for Putin than Lukashenko.
Yeah, he'll be like, it'll be something weird like that, or like he'll die of like some sort of weird disease that like you're like, what? Like he's gonna die of like smallpox.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, smallpox? Really? You're like, nah.
Oh, Vlad, you held one up your sleeve, didn't you? Saint Speed saying they're openly saying it, and they still have teeth. How? Because they don't say it around people that disagree with them.
Yeah. Yep. There's also a lot of
They say this shit. They say this
a lot of dog
yeah.
whistling that Christian nationalists do. Like, here's my favorite, the new one.
Okay.
The new one. I saw a TikTok and I was like, this can't be real. And then it was real. Which is worried about the technologically advanced Atlanteans. And I sat there for a couple of minutes going, the fuck?
We're not.
This sounds like the plot of Wakanda Forever that they're talking about.
This is Stargate Atlantis.
Well, I mean, that's their version of Wakanda Forever, but, you know. But basically, I realized, oh, wait. This is how they're being racist right now.
It always is, man.
Yeah. But
Thing.
it took me a minute to, like, catch up. I was like, why are they talking about, like, I've never seen so many evil demons and water people in my entire life, and they're technologically advanced people. And I'm like, are we talking about The Little Mermaid? Are we talking about Wakanda Forever? Or are we talking about... Wait, we are.
Listen
because
here.
What do they have in common?
Yeah. No, listen here, Jack. You don't understand. That Little Mermaid is just indoctrination.
Yeah. Because she's black now. And I don't know if you noticed, Wakanda Forever don't got a lot of whiteys in it.
Hey, you listen. You don't understand it. Disney's trying to wokeify our children.
Mm-hmm. No, that audience heard that loud and clear.
Yeah.
It's the rest of us that were like, excuse me? Like, you're talking about mermaids conquering America? Oh, no, you're talking about brown people. That's how you talk about brown people now. Oh.
And then people like me and you slide in and go, actually, what they're really
saying here is...
It's always the Jews.
Oh, yeah, they'll get to that. Make no mistake.
Always the Jews.
They'll get to that, you know. Oh, my God.
That's it. Every time, like, globalists just means Jewish people.
Yeah. Atlantis is even worse. It's even worse than that, Stacey. Like, Atlantis was a complete work of fiction made by Plato. And we know this because in the story where he builds Atlantis, he refers to it as an intellectual exercise. Imagine a country, we will call it Atlantis for the sake of argument. And it does these things. And it's like this weird fucking, like, D&D setting he never stopped writing. It was the same impulse. Like, he kept building it, and to the point where you're like, this is, like, if you read it, you're like, wait, this feels like a D&D supplement. That's because essentially it is. It's the same type of thing.
Yeah, before D&D was a thing, there was Atlantis.
Yeah, before D&D was a thing, people always made imaginary countries and shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that this one got more weight to it because at one point we decided Plato was like the true example of what Greek culture was like. No, it wasn't. No, he wasn't. He was a scholar. He was considered a scholar, a philosopher. But really, when you came down to it, he was
one.
He was one guy, and he was also kind of a Jordan Peterson.
Oh, totally.
You know, like,
ow, no, Jack, don't.
You're seeing it now, don't you? You see it now, don't you?
Oh, God.
Yeah, no. Read some of that. You read some of Plato's actual shit. Like, read The Republic, and then, like, go back and listen to Jordan Peterson and go, wait a minute.
That's the reason why these assholes like have like shrines to this guy.
Yeah, it's why they all worship Plato. It's because of his writing. because like
Oh,
he's
I hate you.
considered the oldest cornerstone of Western civilization,
I
even
hate you
though
so
he
much.
wasn't.
I hate you so much. Oh God, now I know what I'd have been in the
Wasn't he a
fucking.
better ass? He was a lot of things. He was a lot of things. He was a pederast. He was a misogynist. You know, he was racist. He's pro-slavery.
He had weird
He
dietary
was
issues.
weird. He also okay. So let me tell you about the Republic. When you really read the Republic, you very quickly come to the realization that he is describing a fascist state. Because the entire thing is
Yep.
about making the stratified society and then making sure everyone stays in their place.
Yep. Notice that he put philosophers at the upper echelon.
Oh, yeah. He put, like, you know, his people in the upper echelon. And, of course, like, look, I'm not saying Diogenes was fucking, you know, an idiot or anything, but when a guy like Diogenes can make your entire philosophy fucking fall the fuck apart by throwing a chicken at you, maybe it's not as robust as you think it is.
Man, it's nothing but a featherless flight.
Yeah, featherless flight. Yeah. Diogenes did that shit to him all the time, where he was just sort of like, "Fuck you, Plato. You know what the fuck you're talking about," and he would and he would fuck with Plato's shit. And the reason he would do that is for the same reason that we do, like, comedy takedowns of Ben Shapiro. It's the same fucking thing.
It's like, you know, if I make this into a joke, you realize how stupid it is, right?
Yeah. You know, in the words of Alan Moore, but if someone cast a curse on you, you might have a child with a club foot, or milk might sour. But if someone was to cast a satire over you, oh, then if it was a good one, everyone would laugh at you. It would destroy your reputation. And if it was an even better one, it would destroy you in the eyes of your family and friends. And if it was particularly good, it would destroy you in your own eyes, so that hundreds of years later, even though they have no idea who you are, they are still laughing at your absurdity and your stupidity. And Alan Moore said that, and I was like, damn, dude.
He understands that words have power.
Yeah, damn, yeah. Where that they have power and how.
Yeah.
Where and how, that's very important.
Because like in other words, my fellow guys, gals, and non-binary pals, it's time to read some bitches and read filth all day.
Oh yeah. Well, like the way I see it is America is building up to this moment, this critical moment of shame. Just like World War II Germany did. Building up to this world of like cultural and national shame that cannot be lived down.
No,
it
shouldn't be
only. It can only be corrected. Because even Arnold said, like, these people, these Nazis, they lived quiet lives of shame and isolation.
And they should.
Yeah, and they should.
Like, I'm sorry. Well, these people shouldn't be shamed for what they think. Yeah, they should. No, they should.
Oh, for this kind of shit? Yeah.
Yeah. No, their names should be remembered forever as the evil architects that created this fucked up, like, system.
Yeah.
No, the people that created this fucking movement, they should be remembered forever.
Yeah. Why do you think so many of the Nazis committed suicide?
Because
Couldn't face it.
because somebody was kicking down the door.
Yeah. And they couldn't face it because they knew what they did.
Mm-hmm.
They knew what they did. They knew it was wrong. Did anyway. Oh, but I was just following orders. I bet that doesn't even help you sleep at night anymore. Why?
Shit.
Yeah, they don't help you sleep at night anymore. Why? Because we know. It's like one of my favorite comments on white supremacy as it relates to the Third Reich in the United States.
Oh, it'd be the Fourth Reich because the Third Reich was the Third Reich.
No. I meant German's Third Reich.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
my bad.
basically,
I thought you were talking about today.
No, well, no. I'm talking about like World War II up until the modern age.
Sorry, my bad.
Is Kurt Vonnegut's Mother Night.
Mm-hmm.
The end where he hangs himself with his own typewriter ribbon, and there's just that guy watching him smoking. You know. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you deserve to die. Take the coward's way out, like all the other Nazis did. I know what you're made of. Crap.
Stacy, I'm not trying to pick on you. I love you, Stacy. You're a good person. Stacy saying our older generation can't or won't ever accept shame like that. Oh, that's the thing. They don't have to accept it.
It's just gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a point at which you can't deny it anymore.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen all that often. But we're reaching one of those points now.
Yeah.
You know, this, let me put it this way.
What do you think?
Another period of time when there were a lot of suicides in the losing side, Civil War. Why? Because they were at the fucking door and they knew what they did.
They would rather destroy everything? Oh, no, I didn't miss that last part.
Oh, no, they absolutely would.
Yeah, they would rather destroy everything.
They
don't have that power.
Yeah, they don't have enough power. There's no way. Not even with all the nukes.
Yeah.
And they don't even have that. You know, will there be a lot of destruction? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All births are painful and violent.
Yeah. Bad shit will happen and is happening. But as far as that shame is concerned,
they can't decide. They don't get the
they can't. They don't get the option to avoid it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's reached that point.
That's what I'm saying. Like people going no contact, just going like, no, I don't have to fucking talk to you anymore.
Yeah. Shame is not guilt.
Yeah.
Shame is not guilt. Shame is not, I did something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Shame is everyone else's fault in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's why suicide is the way out.
Yeah. Like that's,
and it'll happen.
I mean, yes, but I'm saying like the shame doesn't require you to be there. The shame doesn't require you to be the one to tell them, because you feel shame without that person there. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like
the irony is that the less personal responsibility you take in order to avoid a sense of guilt, the more you embody shame until it reaches its natural conclusion.
Right.
And that natural conclusion is annihilation.
Yeah.
You know, It just is. What is happening in America right now will stand as a testament of things that you do not do. Just like Germany was.
Mm-hmm.
Or, still kind of is. 60 years later, they still haven't lived that shit down. And they're not going to live that shit down for another 100. And we're going to be in the same boat.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, Americans had this real fucking pride issue where, like, we convinced ourselves that everyone in our history was A-okay. Now that
no,
yeah, now that people are becoming,
we have plenty of monsters, and those are just some of the ones we know about.
Right? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, no, people are starting to wake up to the fact that America wasn't filled with a bunch of like heroes, and they weren't gods; they were men, and often very bad men.
And sometimes it straight up just comes down to, no, you don't get to be glorified for that. Andrew Jackson's a great example.
Yep.
Trail of, like you said earlier, Trail of Tears. No, you don't get glorified for that.
No, that's not a good thing.
But I had to do it because, okay, what do you want, a cookie?
Oh, don't even, oh God. He didn't even have to do it. He did it just out of spite.
Oh, Oh, no. He was a virulent racist. I don't. Whew.
Now,
people worry about H.P. Lovecraft being a racist, and he was.
He was
very racist. Andrew Jackson, dude, that guy took that thing to kryptonite levels.
Well, he had power.
He did. He's a president of the United States, baby.
H.P. Lovecraft, even being one of the probably most prolific writers of all time, which I disagree with. I think people did better shit with his own work, but that's beside the point. Didn't have the power of the U.S. president.
Oh, no.
Like,
no. Yeah, people talk about like, well, you have power over these people because of your social status. I'm like, oh, you don't know what power is. You've never seen it. You've never been on the business end of it. Or, in the words of Chris Christopherson, ever cashed the check that you were paid for killing a man.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you're a soldier, that's you.
You're paying someone else's bill with your body.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And man, I'm really loving.
But we need to, but we need to defend the country. I'm not saying we don't. I'm just saying, understand your moral position.
Yeah. Like, look, I would be much happier if our troops weren't constantly like going to fight wars for companies.
Yeah.
I would be very happy if Lockheed Martin wasn't like down the street from the Pentagon, which it is. Go to DC, you'll see it.
Oh yeah. I saw. Well, technically not DC. It's in Virginia.
Excuse me. Yeah,
it's in Virginia.
No, like legitimately, it blew my mind when I was there because I was like, oh, that's the Lockheed Martin building, and then like the next stop on the metro was the Pentagon. I went, oh,
yeah. Wait, what's this? A Pentagon City? Why do they call it that?
There's a lot of Boeing advertisements.
That is where I accidentally ran into the guy on the roof. Pentagon City. Walk out. There's a man with a gun, not a toy gun, a real one, and it looks like it fucking fires real straight. If you know what I mean. Turns around and is like, who are you? What are you doing here? I'm like, I'm just staying at the hotel, man. There's a science fiction convention downstairs. Oh my God, please don't kill me.
Oh, right, gun. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, let me put it this way. I was not supposed to be on that roof, but I didn't care. I cared very suddenly after I opened that door.
You're like, oh right, there are rules for a reason.
Oh,
Got it.
shit. I wasn't ready for that. I thought it was just like a safety thing. We were going to get sued if someone like falls off. I didn't think there'd be like, like an FBI or CIA sniper up here.
What you doing up here? Exploring.
Exploring. I'm gonna go now.
Yeah, that's a good decision.
And yeah. Yeah, that was DC's a weird place, man.
DC's a fun town, man. You just look around and you're like, man, that was a scope.
Yeah, that was a thing that just happened. Okay. Yikes.
What's that thing moving on the top of that? That's a person who looks very official, and I will look the other way.
This was one of the things that made me so mad about January 6th.
I know where you're going with this because I had the same thought.
Yeah.
Go on.
I am like, dude, every inch of this bitch is covered.
Mm-hmm.
Every inch of this bitch covered. The only way something like that gets that far is if the Secret Service is involved.
Because the president doesn't make a phone call to stop it. Yep.
Yeah, because the president's involved.
That's the part I really wish that these like morons would understand. Like, well, if why didn't the president stop it? Because he didn't want it to stop.
He didn't want it to stop. No one knew what to do because that had never happened before.
Oh, fuck not knowing what to do. If they were fucking Antifa, leftist, BLM protesters that did that shit, it would be a massacre.
Oh, yeah. No. The shooting would have started. The shooting would have happened much faster.
Yeah.
But
because the fascist president in charge, who had fascist fans, decided they were going to charge and try to burn down the Capitol. So
white or black usually doesn't matter in this situation.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking about like racial here. I'm talking about like political ideology.
Yeah. But even then, like normally they just come out of the fucking woodwork like ninjas, and ask you a ton of questions very loudly and very rapidly.
Yeah, don't crack anarchist jokes while in fucking DC if you're too close.
Oh, I got no. Buildings. Okay, probably. Let me give you the actual example. Don't moon the CIA, the FBI helicopter at the Jefferson Memorial if you don't want those motherfuckers like emerging out of the fucking woodwork.
You dumb bastard, it's an island. Why the fuck did you do that?
It wasn't me.
Okay.
Wasn't me. It was not me. But what we did get a quick lesson in the Secret Service, in how good the Secret Service is. Like, we didn't even realize that they were there. I mean, we knew the helicopter was there. We didn't know about any of the other guys.
How do you know that mooning thing, Jack? Accomplice.
Yeah, they come on. They got the guy on the ground, and all of a sudden the dude is pointing out all the snipers. In order to be like, yo, just comply, okay? Oh my god!
Well, not even just that. Just like, what in your brain? You went to this nation's capital, and you're like,
well, I live there.
What I'm saying is like, you're in the nation's capital, and you're like, I'm gonna moon the FBI because fuck the man. You were in Washington D.C. They'll find you.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying don't do it. But I am saying
Do it.
What I'm saying is, if that shit, and he was a white guy,
Again,
if
doesn't
that
surprise
shit,
me.
yeah, doesn't normally matter, right? It doesn't normally matter. The fact, because I heard about January 6th, I was like, there is no way Trump ain't involved, because there is no way under any other circumstances that would have been allowed to happen. Like,
Yeah.
ever.
I love when they're like, it's a conspiracy. They were trying to catch you. No, the guy that was in charge of making those decisions didn't fucking stop him.
Yeah.
Because he was in on it.
Yeah, because he wanted that to happen. He wanted that to happen. And I would be very interested in hearing more of the Secret Service communications during that day.
Well, maybe one day you'll fucking read about it, but I'm going to tell you right now, don't expect it within the next 20 years.
Oh, I know, right? I know, right? But I'm like, that kind of information would be very telling. You know? But the thing is when people are like, what did Trump do? And I'm like, all the things we watched him do. We saw him do it. He did this. He did that. And you're fucking bitching about Hunter Biden's laptop? Like, we caught this guy red-handed no less than 4 times. But it's okay, because hey, when the president commits treason, it's not treason.
I see where you're fucked up. I see where you're fucked up. I'm going to hit you with the reality that it's going to hurt and it's going to make you mad, but it's going to make you realize how futile it is to try to like convince these people reality.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm already there, but go for it.
It's not about principles. It's about power. They don't.
Oh yeah. No, it's totally about power. It's totally about power.
They don't give a shit that he did all these things, because if it was a Democrat, they'd be right there with you.
Oh yeah.
They just see him as their guy on their team, and therefore
they want their Christian nationalism. They want their abortions to be illegal. They want their trans people to go away somehow. But basically, yeah, that does just basically mean eventually you hit the genocide point.
Well, they already did. They said they want to eradicate the trans agenda. Okay, so you just want to kill all trans people.
Yep,
got it. Cool.
Yeah,
man, I don't know why people are fucking leaving your shit in droves.
How do I know that mooning thing, Jack?
I was there.
You know, like
I was having a conversation with
okay, here's something that all right. It's something you only see on shit like TikTok. You know, like the KKK had their big thing and they were like marching around, they were wearing masks, and it was really weird.
Are you talking about Patriot Front? I mean,
yeah, Patriot Front. Yeah, Patriot Front. And that this one gay guy on a bicycle comes down and just starts heckling them.
Yes.
All right. They almost never put that shit on the news, but that happens all the time. And the year that David Duke was up for election, people
David Duke
brought things to throw. They were very solid. It was so bad, in fact, that I forget who was doing the security, but they had to protect the KKK from the counter protesters. And my thing is sort of like, and yet none of them died. Assholes. So should be 19 other women dropped in the same sexual battery 30 years past. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the price of rice in China.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm like 5 million a piece of these and say was what?
Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck that is.
All
But
right. Sorry, I sent that to you. You were in mid explanation on my end. My net put me behind. Okay, no problem. But yeah,
But,
no, like, holy shit, no, like counter protests against like white supremacists. Sometimes that shit gets real, but
yeah.
it's part of the revolution will not be televised kind of shit.
But it will be live streamed.
It will probably be live streamed. Yeah. It will most likely be live streamed because one okay. So one of the great things about automation is this. It makes things easier, but that cuts both ways. So like, but what if they like shut down Twitter? Do not be too surprised if someone erects a temporary.
And they're not going to shut down Twitter. It makes them too much money.
Yeah. Although, like, let me put it this way: if these protests were happening in like Hong Kong or a major Asian city, I guarantee you that will happen. There will be essentially a citizens live streaming service that they will have made.
Yeah, it happened on Reddit. That's how I learned about the Hong Kong protests. That's how I saw like footage from it. They were live streaming it.
That was some Akira shit in Hong Kong. I mean, like, I still can't believe that. I'm like, wait, is that a tank rolling over that bridge towards a school, firing smoke grenades? Or rather, they were actually there were RPMs actually.
Yeah.
Non-lethal
rounds that like can break through brick. Okay.
Yeah, non-lethal rounds. Dude, if that RPM hits anybody on the way to where it's going, that person is dead. Oh. Eugene Carroll, public ban, yeah. Well, like, good.
Yeah, no.
Just like poke holes in that fucking bloated ass, no hair, fucking long tie wearing idiot.
I was so convinced that like Ron DeSantis was going to be like a much better version of Trump, and holy shit, is he not?
Yeah, it turns out he sucks. Yeah, and not just because of his ideology. He's just bad. He's just incompetent.
Yeah. No, like for real, like when people are like, "Oh my god, if Donald Trump doesn't win the primary and Ron DeSantis wins it, he's a much like more subtle Donald Trump." I'm like, okay,
is he now? Like I was afraid of that same thing, and then it's like, oh,
you didn't watch any of his press conferences?
No, I didn't. You're correct. You are correct.
I watched a few and I went, no, this is just Trump, but like on a new face.
Yeah, this is Trump, but like dumber.
Yeah, like Saint Speed said, DeSantis is somehow dumber than dying.
Oh, I love that bit that fucking Last Week Tonight dug up, where he would pronounce Thai food thigh food, and if the woman he was on a date with would correct him, he would immediately leave because he didn't want a woman who corrected him.
Man, like every conservative allegation is confession. 8 years ago, they were calling us all fucking snowflakes because, like, we didn't want our gay friends to die. And these motherfuckers are leaving dates because a woman said, it's actually Thai. Like Thailand?
Thailand? Like, just correcting you just because you're not sure you heard it right. It's like, there's no way he said that, right? Like, I have to be hallucinating.
Well, anyone that's worth dating would definitely call him out on it.
Yeah. He said Trump is a role model for his kids.
Yeah, they all say that shit. They all say that shit because he is.
Yeah. And I'm like, Trump? Really? Why? It's like, because he's such a successful businessman. Is he though? Like, the only reason he still has money is because he hasn't pissed it all away yet. Because he had much to start with.
Don't worry. It's a coming.
It is a coming. You know, it fucking is.
Fuck. Alex Jones is going fucking broke. Steven Crowder's lost his fucking show. Like,
he did?
I mean, he's like one perma strike away from losing his channel on YouTube.
Come on.
And he said if you you know what, YouTube, I'm not gonna stop. So you just might as well give me my third strike. And I was like, oh,
please do. Please do. Will Christmas come early? Well, I don't understand if this woman can just legally leave me. How is that legally allowed? Excuse me?
Biggest bitches.
What are you on about? And the thing is I know what he's on about, but I'm like, do you really feel entitled to a marriage?
Yes.
Yeah. Then it sank in, and I was like, whoa. And then I saw the other videos of him talking to his wife, and I'm like, but I'm going to be honest. I got no sympathy for her.
Oh, no.
I got no sympathy for her. She's been rolling in the blood money the whole time, even as she's been being abused by it.
I feel bad for her as a victim of abuse. Okay. The other shit that she was kind of okay with, I'm not okay with, but I sympathize with her as.
Let me put it this way: if she was like a normal person, I would feel terrible. But I know she's not a normal person. Why? Because she stood by him this entire time.
Well,
until it personally affected her.
I think that shit's been going on for a while.
It's been going on for ages. It's been going on for ages.
But I think it finally snapped, and then she was just so done with this childish bullshit. Like, it wasn't any of the shit he was saying or espousing or believing. It was the way she was treating him.
Yeah. It was the way. It was what he was saying to her. And the thing that I thought was fucking amazing. Let me put it this way. If you are in so deep that this guy's skipping out on the birth of his kid in order to get a nip tuck.
No, to get his caved in chest fixed. Gender affirming surgery, if you will.
Yeah, because apparently Dubro has a pigeon chest, has a sunken chest. Anyway, point is, he skipped out on his child's birth because he didn't want to reschedule this surgery appointment. A non-essential surgery, an elective, a cosmetic surgery.
Again, gender affirming surgery.
Yeah. And
twins, by the way.
What? Yeah. It's only now that she's okay, how do I feel about this woman? How do I feel about his wife? I feel about her the same way I feel about the mom in The Woman.
Or the mother in the Babadook?
No, okay, because the mother in the Babadook is driven by mental illness and grief.
Yes.
She is not quite as complicit in what is happening, whereas the mom and the woman is completely complicit. Yeah, completely complicit. she only gets upset when she starts realizing that her protected status is being threatened. Why? Because the dad is starting to fuck the daughter.
Yay.
You know, and I'm like, I know that you being married to this guy, you've got some nasty bullshit happening. And while I don't think that what is happening to you should be happening to anybody, I know you got something like that hanging out in your closet. I know it. Because there's no way you don't.
She knows where the skeletons are.
Oh yeah, at the very least she knows where, like, you know, all the bodies are hidden and all that shit. She's not helpless. She's not completely helpless.
But that being said, also, I mean, we both have been in abusive relationships with our parents, with, you know, partners and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
We all know the shit you just tolerate because you've just been abused so much, you just have to ignore it for survival.
Oh yeah.
So she has my sympathy, like in that aspect. Like, I don't blame the people that, like, for example, I don't blame the people that went to the Westboro Baptist Church and left. Like, yeah, sure, you believed and said hateful things, but you've gotten rid of that.
My forgiveness comes at the price of you fucking completely dismantling that identity.
Yeah, my forgiveness comes upon your attempt at redemption.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I will be more than happy to have, like, to walk you through it, and, like, we can talk about like what you said and what you believed and how deconstruct that. I'm fine. I will walk down that road with you, but do not expect me to fucking, like, do not expect me to hand wave away anything that, like, dehumanizes anybody. That's where I stop. Like, that, for me, that's like, when you don't respect your fellow human being or don't think that they're worthy of existence, that's when I tune you out and say, like, I'll be here when you finally figure out you're wrong.
Yeah. I've actually gotten, I'm done with the hand holding part.
I get it.
I've been disappointed too many times, and that's pretty fair, severely.
Because, like, to be real with you, I almost gave up, but, like, I had to change myself, so I understand. Like, it may not be, like, the first time you hear it, and not everybody should be forgiving of you. You know, like, you're not entitled to forgiveness.
Well, more importantly, I'm here to my part in this is to see that you become a better person, not to placate your ego and be someone that you cry to when the consequences of your own goddamn actions are in your goddamn head.
Yeah, totally.
You know, I got plenty of people who aren't doing this kind of shit on purpose.
That
I can work with.
It's like what I think when I had the conversation with my mom and stepdad whenever when we finally get really started on moving away, is I can't walk you through this. I've done enough, and there are a lot of people like you abandon that I need to go, that I would rather be with, because there's a mutual love there. There's a mutual respect there. There's none here.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah.
I don't.
You ever fucking, this is a slight topic change. Like,
no, go ahead.
Same. You'll see how it's related. It's related, not quite the same thing. You ever seen a white bitch in training? like, and I mean and I mean what I said. Like, you're watching, like, a girl turn into, like, an emotionally manipulative, fucking, just hateful person. You're just watching it before your eyes. Yeah, I found that fascinating. There was this girl that I think I dated for like 2 weeks.
That's a long time for you, bud.
Yeah, well, not 2 weeks is nothing.
To deal with that, it is.
Oh, to deal with that, it is. Yeah, it's long. It's long enough for things to hurt, but like, ooh. But basically, it basically came down to she made a fatal error with me. She said that she could have me again if she wanted. Big mistake. Big mistake, because I'm like, oh, really? Is that what you think?
You think I'm so desperate I'll do it again?
Get it? Yeah, I would rather be alone than fuck you again. And this is me at 16. You know, 50, actually, it might have been even freshman year high school. You know,
I got 40K to play.
Yeah, I should do. I got Shadowrun to run. I got D&D. I got like way more important stuff. You know, hell, I could be jerking off to porn right now.
I got a Fresh magazine.
I didn't have Fresh magazines back in those days. I was not old enough to buy them. That would have to wait till senior year.
Oh, right. Laws.
Yeah,
Sorry.
laws. Yeah. So I always had to like, it was one of those, like, you find someone's dad's old stack of like Playboys and like those circulate. You keep a few, get rid of some. Not that good. You know, that's how you did it in damn old days. Hustlers. Yep. Yeah. One of the problems that I had is like, Penthouse was actually my favorite. Yeah. That was the right amount of dirty sleaze trying to be classy, whereas I felt Playboy had taken it too. They were trying to be too classy after a certain point.
A little too big for their britches.
Yeah, a little too big for the britches. And Hustler was like, dude.
I can see everything.
Come on. Well, it wasn't just that. That's where the political cartoons got real racist. To the point where you're like, okay, dude. Freedom of speech and all that fucking what's it got? Not Flint Henry. Larry Flint.
Larry Flint.
Yeah, Larry Flint. You have the right to do this, but can't say I'm a fan of your legal work. Not really a fan of your product. You ever been to a hustler club? Oh my God.
Man,
if you've only you could distill like bitterness and desperation into pure cash. Let me fucking tell ya. Like, that was the saddest stripper experience. Well, it wasn't the saddest stripper experience, but it was definitely like bottom 3. You know, where I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. Like, it was every stereotype of a strip club you've ever seen. It's
like gambling in Biloxi.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're just sort of like, I
thought this was a happy activity.
Yeah, exactly, right? I was like, look, I know you're doing a job, but isn't part of your job to look like you're having a good time and at least look like you're not about to kill yourself on stage.
And then you look around the club and you're like, oh.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, oh, no. You do not get, I'm like, oh my God, you do not get hired at the Hustler Club. You end up there.
It's last stop.
Well, it's not the last stop, but it's like, if you've been working for a while and now you're at the Hustler Club, your options are not growing.
Them phone calls
things are
getting
not
lesser and
going
lesser.
well because, like, no, you never see like A-listers at a Hustler Club. It doesn't happen.
No.
They don't pay enough. They're not high quality enough. The clientele isn't good enough. It's bad.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's a lot of really bad strip clubs. I mean,
yeah. But like,
strip
let me
clubs are
put it
either-
this way: it's worse because it has the brand name, right?
yeah. It's like strip clubs are either like heaven on earth or the most depressing place you could be.
Yeah. Often it depends on the time of day. You know? Sometimes it even depends on the time of day.
It's true. I mean, look, the Spearmint Rhino is still bumping at noon. Your local other titty bar, not so much.
We don't have a lot of titty bars in the area anymore. It's kind of sad.
A shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame. That's like when Times Square got cleaned up, you know?
Yeah, and people are like, wait, but there are strip clubs anywhere. A titty bar is not a strip club.
Yeah.
It's different. It's a different experience.
A titty bar is where you go to get drunk and look at tits.
Yeah. They tend to be a bit more fun.
Yeah.
You know, they tend to be a bit more fun, whereas the it ain't the Crazy Horse.
Oh God. We have a Crazy Horse here.
So oh my God. Yeah. Like, man, everything just smells like lube, jizz, and just enough Listerine to make the difference.
Love potion number 9.
Look, yeah. San Francisco's home with a topless bar. Yeah. Absolutely fucking true.
As
and
they should be.
Yeah. And there's still a few of those places. Actually, one is.
Hold on. All the girls at strip clubs around here have the same vajayjay. Do they share it? Like, what?
Yeah. That was my thought. I was like, among them.
What is this, like a Hydra strip club? Because like, I'm down. I kind of want to see what that looks like.
It's like, oh man, yeah. It'd be like, yeah, they're all part of a Hydra, except instead of different heads, it's like a different vagina, you know.
Or like different topless girls.
Condor Club, yes, Condor Club, yeah. That place, it might not be open anymore. Condor Club, San Francisco. Let me see. Is a striptease and topless bar in the North Beach section of San Francisco. Okay, so it's still up. Oh, it's open now. I could go down. I could go down there and fucking be in the original topless bar tonight if I really wanted to. Yeah. And the thing is that apparently, I don't know if this is still true, but like 10 years ago, every girl was trying to get into the Condor. Every girl was trying to work at the Condor.
It's where the money was.
Yeah, it's where the money was. And they were like, no, you don't understand. The money is better. The clients are better. Everyone is nicer. Everyone is way more pleasant. You know, you don't have dudes trying to get freebies at the fucking Condor Club because they just tip you. You come over, tits out, give them what they ordered, they give you a tip.
You going about your day.
You know, but like, yeah, the most, as opposed to almost every time I go to a strip club, particularly a white one. Now they're not always segregated, like definitely not not intentionally, but like there's always one strip club that attracts all the college bros And it's not the ones where a black girl is the headliner.
You don't want to go that one anyways.
Yeah. Oh, no, actually, you do. It's a different experience. It's a different experience.
I disagree, but go on.
Oh man, no, I stand by that. That like it doesn't always work, but like, when it does, it does. It all depends on management on that level.
If all the metalheads go there, it's either the greatest or the worst.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about one of those.
But I'm just saying, like, for reference, like if metalheads like tell you to go to a strip club, it's either fucking amazing, best out of your life, or it's like a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, because they're all the strippers' girlfriends, boyfriends.
Hey, it's tale as old as time.
Tale as old as time. Yeah, exactly. And anyway, so you go to the whiter strip club, and that's where all of the like football bros go. And or what do they call those things? Sorority houses? Fraternity houses. Fraternity houses. It's where all those kinds of guys go. They are cheap, they are grabby, and they don't take no for an answer. So the way I like the way I it's basically them walking into a strip club because they always do it en masse. That is the moment in Black Jeopardy where it's like, well, sounds like white people are here, so time to wrap it up.
Gotta pay my check real quick.
Yeah.
Gotta pay my tab.
And like I actually did ask. I actually have asked several times. It's like, what these guys keep coming in, like, what happens? Like, I'll tell you exactly what fucking happens. They start their bullshit, everyone else leaves. Everyone else leaves because now all of a sudden, because they're going to do something that's going to put the dancer in a bad mood.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't take no for an answer, and they don't take a hint. We would be better off just, one of them said we'd be better off just beating them as they walked in. Because you're like, well, that's it. Money's over, girls. I was like, oh, is it that bad? She's like, yeah, it's that bad. Yeah, it's that bad. You're going to have a bad night when like 3 or 4 of those guys come in. It's going to be over.
Strip clubs aren't made for them.
No, like they think that they rule the place, and it's like, no, dude, you're not just, I don't know how to put it. You're not just making the dancer uncomfortable. You're making everybody uncomfortable. You're making everyone re-examine their life in real time.
And you don't want to be doing that in a strip club.
Yeah, don't do that. You can't do that in a strip club. That ruins the vibe. Like, this is the point at which you're like, oh God, what am I doing with my life? Like when those guys show up. Because you don't want to be them. You don't want to be some fucking drunk frat boy thinking he's got game, just trying to literally grab a stripper by the pussy, which you're not allowed to do under any circumstances.
Yeah.
But like I said, sometimes security ain't what it should be. And so it happens. And the quality of the club kind of fucking, it speaks for itself at that point. Because I've seen clubs where like the bouncer just is like, nope, that's it, you're out. No question, no arguing, just out on the street on your ass.
You can take them stairs. You can take that.
Yeah. You can take the elevator. You can take the stairs. Like, dude. Or this is more like you can come out the door, or I can throw you through that window. Like, that was satisfying. Just watching someone shut that down. But here's the thing: you get shitty management, and they don't want those guys to go away. Why? Well, they're paying customers. Bullshit. They're frat brothers.
I don't care how much money you think they bring in, they don't.
They don't. They make way more money disappear every fucking time.
And that's why we hate capitalism. It's all a bunch of frat bros. They're part of the secret society. They can go into strip clubs and outspend everybody. Yeah. Meanwhile, not outspending everybody.
And the thing is, that's who they really are, because that's how they really act when the chips are down. Hell, when the chips are up, they act like that. They act like that all the fucking time. Like, who are you? I'll give you the modern example of who these people are. You were that one guy at the fucking restaurant that won't shut up about fucking NFTs and crypto today. Annoying some girl who would rather be anywhere else than having this conversation with you, but is trying not to cause a scene. And so she's on her phone going, at random intervals. And you're not getting the hint. That's who they are. That is who they are. And it's one of the reasons I don't like going to restaurants anymore. That for the longest time, that dude was always there. It's always one of them. Talking about crypto at the top of their goddamn voice in a goddamn restaurant. And I'm sitting here going like, you know, I bet if I went over there and just bucket punched that guy's face in, we'd all be better off.
But I can't do that because laws.
Can't do that because laws, you know. And then we get to the, how much does that law mean to me, really? You know, portion of the evening. You know. Now, that's not good for anybody involved.
No,
that's not good for me. That's not good for him.
Ain't good for the countess.
Ain't good for the no. That's good for nobody. But I was still amazed. Blockchain, brah. Blockchain, brah. Blockchain. What are we talking about? Hey, let's go to a strip club. I am not going to a strip club with you.
You'll just talk about crypto, and
I'm trying to get some boobs in my face, you know, and you're going to be trying to talk about crypto. You've been talking to a stripper about crypto, like an idiot.
Dude, you're making the chicks go
away. You're making the chicks go away and we're at a strip club. That's really bad.
Oh, I've seen that happen in real
me
time.
Too. Me too. You know, I
gaggle a strippers hanging around one guy, and then like his group of idiot friends come around, and they just gone.
Yeah, they disperse because they're like, oh shit, one of these. You know.
So like, if you're at a strip club and a girl's like constantly talking to you and trying to hit you up for dances, it may not mean that she likes you, but she likes you a lot more than some other people in that club.
Oh yeah. You know, definitely. Like it's weird. It's weird to go like, well, at least I'm good enough to fleece.
It feels nice to be a piece.
It does kind of feel. It feels nice. It's like, oh, my money is good here, you know, because some people is not. You know, that's one of the secrets, man. Like a lot of people are like, oh, anything goes in those, but no, it doesn't.
No.
More goes than in a lot of other places, but you know.
I would actually say like more goes than in most places, but there's a definite stop.
Yeah.
It ends with you never coming back.
Yes. Yeah. I'll also say this. Strip club DJ. Get your shit together.
Stop playing the same tracks.
Just get no. We're not even at that point. Okay. We're not even talking about that level. We're talking about just get your shit together. You have one job, which is to change the track roughly every 3 minutes. Just do that.
No, I gotta go up there and tell you about Infernus. Yes, Infernus coming down the center stage.
Oh, I'm not even talking about that level. I'm just saying, spin the goddamn music, Do not try to get me to go to your SoundCloud, you dumb fuck.
Ain't nobody give a shit about your remix of fucking Hit
Nobody
Jiggy.
wants your mixtape. Give it up. If people wanted your mixtape, they'd been buying it already. Because it's music.
Well, that's not necessarily the case, thanks to online music, but like,
because like my favorite is like, yeah, because it's so hard to give people a free sample of your music on the street with modern technology. Dude, you could be playing that on your iPhone and just fucking, but no, I gotta pay like $5. I feel whether or not I'm willing to take a chance. I shouldn't have to take a chance. It's fucking music. Even a real band puts out a music video and shit. You hear it on the radio.
Usually,
it's not always the best song on the album, but like,
that's true.
You know, like you get a taste of it. Don't make me pay for everything. I don't care if that CD cost you 10 cents. God. Man, I mean, I really identify with that one, like, Filthy Frank video, which is like, now we're at stage 5. The mixtape's just gonna start flying at you, bro.
Nah, I had that.
What's this? Pookie, is this a mixtape? I got SoundCloud, Frank. I got SoundCloud. Oh, man,
God damn it.
I'm so sorry.
No, like, but for real, like, especially a strip club DJ, like, nobody gives a fuck who you are. You're as useless as a bassist.
Oh no, a bassist is useful. They're just not that popular.
Oh, you could replace a bad bassist.
Oh, like no, you better replace a bad bassist. Like, okay, the bassist in a real band is the one guy that can't suck.
Yeah.
Everyone else can get away with a certain amount of suck. A bassist can't. A bassist has to at least be competent. Because you notice immediately if the bass line's off.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately. You know, like some of my favorite examples was this one show I went to where I was like, man, it looked like people were on the verge of getting jiggy with it, but it never happened.
No, not one jig happened.
Not one jig. It was at best a because it never quite got there.
It was like a half a sachet for a second.
Yeah, it could be. My friend Seth were just like, dude, I don't. Look, man. If you notice the bassist sucks, they really, really suck. They're really bad.
Now, if they suck and they're in like a fucking punk rock band or something like that, you can kind of ignore them.
Even in a punk rock band, you got to be able to carry a simple bass line. Like, we were failing that.
They wouldn't even plug in Johnny Rotten's guitars, okay? Don't even start that shit.
Oh, no. But here's the thing. I don't think on a lot of those recordings that is Johnny Rotten.
Really?
I think they brought in a session musician to fucking do it.
No shit.
Yep.
Are you telling me that, like, the Sex Pistols were more of a fashion group than a fucking band?
Dude, technically more commercial than the Monkees.
Not even fucking lying.
Yeah,
not even,
no lie detected.
Not even exaggerating when he says that, folks.
Yeah.
So not even
Mouse and like also drummers. You have a great drummer, you get Slipknot. When you have a bad one, you get Saint Anger.
Okay,
dude,
look, Saint Anger was
what was he bad? Was dude banging on a trash can? What happened?
It was the style at the time, Jack.
No, it wasn't.
it became the style at the time.
Oh my God. Like, that was one of those things that I can't listen to anything from that fucking album because, like, the minute I just, oh, I'm having flashbacks already. Like, every once in a while, I'm like, well, Saint Anger can't be that bad as I remember, right? I put it on for like 5 seconds. I'm like, nope, never mind. Never mind. Random song, first 5 seconds. Oh, yeah, I could tell this is from Saint Anger. No, this album is really bad.
Why is my tinnitus acting up?
Oh. Like, hey, man, I thought Reloaded was as low as it went. I was wrong.
Reloaded, in retrospect, not that bad.
And I'll say this.
Compared to Saint Anger, oh, it's a fucking
Saint Anger is not even the worst Metallica album.
Oh.
It's not even the worst Metallica album. As I like to say, there's another album that most people have forgotten even existed. It's that bad, Lulu. Yeah, that's right, Kira. That is right.
Shut the fuck up.
100%. Tell him what she's won, Johnny.
You've won a lifetime of depression. You will go to the Amazon and realize that the trees are screaming. And why are they screaming? Because of Lulu.
Lulu. Dude, no. Like, Lulu, like, rediscovering Lulu really is like listening to the most depressing part of a Herzog documentary. Because you're just sort of like, even the most talented of people getting together can create less than mediocrity. Even great artists make terrible decisions. Kira, I'm the table, the album.
I am the table. That's a line from a song on Lulu. Oh,
yeah.
Jimmy Jinx. Okay, do yourself a disservice. Cool. Like whenever you listen to music on, look up Lulu and Metallica.
If you ever feel bad about your own music, realize that this is an album that was made at arguably the height of Metallica's popularity. And they put that piece of shit out.
I don't know how Metallica survived. Man, AC/DC's got more talent than them on some albums.
Oh, AC/DC got tons of talent.
Yeah, they just don't try.
Got talent to spare. Oh yeah, well, I mean, no, they try. They just don't experiment as much. They got their sound and they go hard with it every time.
Look, we're gonna make the same 10 songs every couple of years.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's gonna be the same every fucking time. Dude's gonna scream at the top of his voice on key. Yeah. On key, he's gonna do it. You know, dude's gonna be playing his guitar at like 1,000 miles an hour. And there's going to be that, like, really super percussive drum beat. And that's an AC/DC song. Don't get me wrong. It was good the first time. It's just as good the 10,000th time.
Look, AC/DC is the Bud Light of hard rock, okay? It's all right to admit that you'll drink it every once in a while. If it's your favorite beer, it shouldn't be.
I wouldn't be that mean about it, you know.
But if you're at a party and someone turns on AC/DC, shit, nobody's having a bad time.
Yeah, exactly. Thunder! Thunder! Yeah, exactly, you know.
Shoot the thrill!
Yeah.
You're like, fuck yeah!
How's it going on?
I want to do cocaine and fucking liquor shots.
Oh no! Absolutely, like,
ain't nobody doing that shit to like any Lana Del Rey album or fucking Black Keys. Okay,
they might be doing it to a lot. Well, not at the same pace. Not at the same pace. I don't think Lana Del Rey could like. that's not her speed. Literally not her speed.
Jack, could you do speed while listening to any Lana Del Rey song?
No, that's definitely like a weed and quaaludes kind of situation. Yeah, not that those particular. Maybe mushrooms. Although I would probably actually put on at that point. I put on a band that I actually regularly listen to, but like,
But okay, sorry, it's something I noticed recently, and I wonder if you noticed it too. It's weird how like much drug culture is now starting to become the popular culture. Have you noticed that? Like everyone's taking psychedelics. What the fuck is this shit?
well, yeah, they made weed legal. Had to do
Okay,
something.
had to do something
Had
illegal.
to do something. Had to step it up a notch.
Well, like I guess it's because like weed ain't doing it anymore, so people are like, I'm just gonna like fucking take this and drop out for 16 hours just to see if I can heal
Yeah,
my inner
yeah.
child.
Well, I think it's all the. I think it was the popularization of like that and like like ayahuasca and shit. Which is normally a very spiritual drug, but capitalism and capitalists ruin everything.
I know, man. Like, fuck. Now LSD's the fucking spiritual drug.
Yep.
It's like, hey,
I
hey, you
mean,
guys.
it is.
I, I was told
I'm really.
recently.
Oh man, I am so mad. Turns out, like the guy who made the last strain I encountered,
Mhm.
stopped making it.
Oh God,
He got
damn it!
out of the
No.
game, and it was one of those like, no, I'm pretty sure that if you take enough of this, you'll see Jesus.
Listen, man, it's a double hit, so be careful.
Yeah. What? I haven't been in a situation where one hit more than did me for a long time. Oh my god.
I got my hands on some fucking gel caps. Those fucked me up pretty hard.
Oh yeah, those are good. Those work pretty well.
But
You
like
know.
the paper ones, it has to be two. Sorry, we're talking shop here. I
Yeah,
apologize.
yeah. This was blotter acid. It was
Oh,
yo. And so like finding out like I'm like, oh, why did he stop making it? He's like, it got too popular. And he was
can't
like,
keep
you
up with
know what?
demand.
I'm gonna get arrested at this point. I'm gonna stop now. I'm cashing out. You
It's like
know.
it's like a great wizard retired.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That is kind of how it felt like. It's like, wait, the man who mixed the magic, he retired. That shouldn't be allowed. Did he give the secret to anybody else? Like, no.
Oh, see,
Whatever his
that's
secret was,
went with
maybe it
me.
was maybe it was like black mold on egg cartons, man. Like we'll never know.
If
If
only.
psychedelics can help you with mental health, more power to you. Be careful. Yeah, they can actually, quite impressively.
Yeah, it's like I was told recently that I made LSD sound scary, and I didn't really because I don't. I was just being honest. I was like, look, if you're gonna do this, you're going to examine parts of your psyche that you probably have locked away. Be prepared for it
Yeah,
and accept it.
yeah.
Like,
If you
accept what
can accept vulnerability,
yeah,
um, acid you'll be fine.
yeah.
Especially if you're around, but make sure you're around people you trust.
Oh,
You
they were talking
know,
about tripping. They were talking about tripping alone. I was like, no,
no,
not for your
I
first
wouldn't.
time.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't recommend that for a first time. You need shit to do,
Yeah.
and you need people to be around. You know, that's what I say.
Well,
All
like
right. Yeah.
uh, I was gonna say to finish up, but I always like well, the way I was describing it was I was like, look, you're like this girl was like, I have a lot of trauma in my life. Is this gonna fuck me up? And I was like, well, Maybe.
I don't know. No, well, let me put. I would say this. I don't know anyone who doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
This is a test of how well you could deal with yourself.
Right.
You know, which is why it's good to have people you trust around you, because they can help with that. They can help bring out the healing part of you.
Yes.
Because one of the odd things about trauma is, no, it doesn't really go away, but it only really starts to heal when you return to a similar state of vulnerability.
When you look at it.
Yeah. And it's hard, it's rough, but you can have a good time with it. So why not?
If you fight the trauma, it'll fuck everything up for you. No, I disagree. If you fight the trauma,
then things go badly.
Okay, for me, it didn't happen that way.
Yeah. You fought. Well, what do you mean by fight the trauma then?
Like when I was like in the middle of a trip, I got the fear.
Yeah. You know did you let it happen?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
You know, don't fight the fear. You have to actually. You gotta let it run its course. You know, like don't struggle against it. That's bad.
It's not a good
I'm
time.
not saying that rolling with it always. I've had plenty of good times when crazy shit was happening. I'm not saying I was lurking between buildings and climbing up fire escapes.
That time.
Because, you know, the moon was out and fucking
I had to go change the light bulb.
I had to get I had to get a better view of the moon, and you gotta be careful because they might know. I'm not saying that I didn't walk into a sex club. It wasn't quite a sex club. It was a place that people clearly rented out. And there were girls who were there to exchange sex for money. And I just walked right in because I didn't know what the place was, because you couldn't tell from the outside. Some of those things operate. And
they had such pretty lights.
Exactly. And I was just like, ooh, what's going on here? Maybe there's like a little dance club in there or something. That's where my brain went. And I went in, and girl came out and was like, oh, are you my appointment? And all of a sudden, oh, no, I just came in off the street. I'm sorry. And she's like, oh, damn. Like, why the long face? She's like, oh, I was hoping this one would be fun. And I'm like, well, now I wish I had the cash. If you looked at me and were like, oh, this might not be so bad.
You're like reaching into your wallet, like, where the fuck did that 20 go?
Yeah, it was, fuck it, no, fuck it, 20. 20 wasn't gonna do it.
Of course not.
No, this is gonna be a couple $100, you know, minimum.
What Jack's saying is basically acid. It's fun.
Acid's a hell of a drug. I'll tell you that. I keep standing by what I say. I have never had a bad trip. I have had
bad moments.
Yeah. I have had moments that were painful, but I never had one that was like, I never had one end badly. You know, I've seen people get caught in bad trips, and it all seems to be my fascination with novel experiences that sees me through. Because I had one friend go like, I think I'm dead. I think I'm really dead. I think I don't have a heart anymore. And I'm like, cool.
Oh, Jack, we're too much alike.
Yeah. Oh my God, that sounds cool, man. Like, what?
How are you living without a heart?
Dude. How does that feel? You know?
Wait,
and of course, like, this guy's genuinely flipping out. And I'm just sort of like, you know, is it cold in there? You know, like I'm asking him questions because I'm like, dude, if you're going to the underworld, you see if my old cat is there.
Can I touch your skin?
Yeah. And I'm like, not helping. I am not helping this dude because being worried about that was kind of like outside of my realm of experience. You know,
because you and me are like when we like when the fear hits us, we're like, oh.
It's where I know for me, it's where the practice of things like Zen become very useful. Mm-hmm. Because Zen's all about making complicated things simple things complicated, the profound ridiculous, and the ridiculous profound. You know, just adjusting your attitude to the situation at hand in order to be who you really are at all moments.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a master to like get that to work for you. But no. Of course the masters are like, you're like, oh shit, man, that dude's just got it on lockdown.
This man is literally unbotherable.
Yes, this guy's there is nothing I can bring to bear that's going to throw this man or woman off their stride. You know, if they want to be on their stride, that's just where they are. You know, one of my favorite, I love Zen stories. And one of the ones I really like that kind of demonstrates this is a monk having like drinks with a friend, among geishas, something he's not supposed to be doing.
Right.
And one of the geishas is interacting with him in a way that he is familiar with. He's like, oh, she has studied the art of Zen. I'm gonna put her to the test. See what she does. He goes, madam, I have a gift for you. And she's like, all right. And he takes these tongs and picks up a hot coal and hands it to her. She wraps her hands in the dress cloth, takes the coal, goes into the back room, puts it down, comes back, and she says, now, sir, I have a gift for you. And she uses the tongs, picks up a hot coal, offers it to the Zen priest. The Zen priest then pulls out a cigarette and lights it against the coal and goes, thank you, just what I needed. And I was like, yeah, that's Zen mastery, to be able to just pull that out of your ass.
It's man, it's a skill you can learn.
It is, and it's very useful. It's somehow it's also related to the ability to believe things without believing them absolutely. To be able to turn a belief off because it no longer suits you. It no longer suits you or the situation, so it goes.
And and shit, that's one thing you gotta learn on LSD is like, especially if you're going out in public, it's like you gotta learn to act cool. And let me tell you, if acting cool, acting straight was a fucking Olympic sport, I'd be a gold medalist.
Some people are really good at it. Most people actually have a really hard time noticing people tripping.
It's weird, right?
Yeah, it's really, really, really weird because you as a tripping person are acutely aware of who is not. You were acutely aware of it.
Matter
Oh man, there was this one. I was at this one party. I'll never forget this. I only saw her. I think her name was Mouse.
sounds
I
like
only
someone you see at
did.
one party and never again.
Yeah, yeah. And she went up to my friend Sam and was like, "Okay, I'm gonna do acid, but I need you to do me a favor. I need you to entertain me because I am super giggly on acid." And I need someone to keep me entertained. And Sam was like, sure, like, because Sam could tell you crazy stories all day. Like, you think I could tell a crazy story? Nah.
We're good.
Hey, let me tell you about how my great-grandfather died because he was so obese. But he bought a coffin ahead of time, but then he got stomach cancer and died a 60-pound stick figure. So but they couldn't afford another coffin, so they just buried him in this giant coffin. That was a Sam staple.
Hey, did I ever tell you about how I got the flintlock pistol?
Dude. Sam had this amazing taste in music. The weirder, the better. I discovered so much because he shared it. He's the reason that I know about the kids of Whitney High.
Yeah.
He is also the reason I know about Wesley Willis.
Mm-hmm.
And he was also a fan of some. There was a Japanese DJ he was really into, whose name unfortunately escapes me now. I haven't been able to remember it for a couple of years.
I gotta use the bathroom. Be right back.
Actually, I was thinking maybe we ought to close down for the night.
That's fair.
Because we're reaching up on hour 3. What?
Yeah. I said, I got to piss right now.
All right. So as John takes a piss, I will bid you all a fair evening. Obviously, time is disco for now. Satan, I love you all very much. And I have heard the Ghost cover Phantom of the Opera. It's awesome. I recommend that you all check it out. Pretty cool. So until next time, everybody, I will see ya. Y'all take care.